Do you want to know why most businesses aren't getting clients from YouTube? It's not what you think. I recently helped a business owner go from making £0 to £30,000 in sales in 30 days through their channel by fixing just one thing. The truth is, there's 10 potential blockers stopping you converting viewers into sales. And today I'm revealing all 10 of these blockers that are killing your YouTube sales. So make sure you stick around for all 10, because even just overlooking one or two of these could stop sales through your channel. Once you watch this video, you'll never look at your channel the same way again. So my editor just sent me the first draft of this video, and then I thought of an analogy that I wanted to add in. So you know that show Takeshi's Castle, where contestants are trying to get to the finish line and they need to dodge obstacles on the way? Well, this is a lot like your YouTube sales funnel. Potential customers are trying to get to you, but somewhere along the way they're getting knocked off course. So what we need to do is look through your YouTube sales funnel and identify where these blockers are and fix them. And the good news is, once we do this, you don't need millions of views or subscribers. You just need the right people watching the videos and moving smoothly through the system. So let's work backwards and identify and solve each potential blocker. But first, we help business owners just like you build a YouTube channel that gets qualified sales calls every month. If you want to learn how we can do this for you, then the link's in the description. Okay, let's get into the video. Potential blocker number 1, an unclear offer. So the first place to check is your actual offer. You should always be directing viewers from YouTube to a simple landing page. So even if you don't have a landing page set up, keep watching so you know exactly what to do. So when someone goes from YouTube to your landing page, do they immediately understand what you're selling? I see so many businesses with a vague promise like transform your business or reach your full potential, but to be honest, it really doesn't tell the potential customer what it is that they're getting. So your offer should clearly state who is it for, what are the specific results that the client can get, and when can they expect the results. For example, compare these two offers. Business coaching that gets results, or I help agency owners double their prices in 90 days without losing clients. Which one would you be more likely to buy from? The second one works because it's specific and measurable. The potential client can imagine the outcome. So take a look at your landing page right now. If someone landed there, would they know exactly what transformation you provide within the first 2 seconds? If not, that's your first conversion blocker to fix. Okay, number 2, missing or buried call to action links. So the second blockage is the simplest to fix, but it still trips a lot of people up. Are you actually linking your landing page in your video's description? And is the link easy to find? I've reviewed business channels getting thousands of views per video, but when I check their description, there's either no link at all, or a link buried at the bottom after paragraphs of text, or a vague call to action that doesn't match what they're selling. So we want our YouTube description to have a clear call to action to work with us right at the top. So if you're a coach who helps agency owners book more clients, it could be as simple as click the link to book more clients for your agency. Keep it short, direct, and aligned with what you sell. The longer and more complex your call to action, the fewer clicks you'll get. Also make sure to pin a comment with your call to action. This gives people 2 opportunities to find your call to action, and it'll significantly increase your conversion rates. Number 3, misalignment between channel content and offer. This is one of the biggest conversion killers I see with businesses' YouTube channels. Your YouTube content must solve the same problem as what you sell. For example, when I first started making YouTube videos for my video production company, I used to do camera reviews and editing tips, but then I realized the only people watching this content were other video company owners and videographers. The people who needed what I sold weren't interested. I was building up a following of other video people, none of which would ever buy from me. Of course, this would be different if I was selling a course on video production, but I wasn't. I was selling video production services. So when there's a disconnect between your YouTube content and your offer, the viewers might enjoy your content, but they'll never become clients. Let me give you another example that I saw recently. There was a YouTube channel and they were sharing techniques on public speaking, but they were selling a course on leadership. Do you see the disconnect? People watching the public speaking tips weren't necessarily looking for leadership training. The audience and the offer were mismatched. So if you help coaches book more sales calls, for example, that's what your content should be on. If you help businesses build a YouTube channel to get sales, that's what it should be on. The fix is simple, but it might require a content pivot. Your videos should be addressing the exact problems that your offer solves. So look at your last 5 videos and ask, if somebody loved this content, would my offer be the natural next step for them? If not, that's a blockage that you need to address. Number 4, inconsistent strategy. Many businesses create what I call a content salad, a random mix of topics without any coherent theme. One video about mindset, the next about LinkedIn, then another about email marketing. While this approach might get you some views and a few videos might pop off, it doesn't build a loyal audience that keep coming back for more videos. The most successful channels focus on solving one core problem in multiple ways. This creates a compound effect where each video reinforces your expertise on that topic. For example, if you help people with their sales calls, every video should relate to sales calls, overcoming objections, structuring calls, pre-call preparation, follow-up strategies. This consistency means that when somebody watches one video, they're likely to watch more, deepening a relationship with you and then increasing the chance that they become a client. Number 5, ineffective titles. Okay, so now we're getting into the packaging of the video. So many people spend all of their time on the video itself, making it as good as can be, and then the title is just an afterthought. But in all honesty, the packaging of the video, meaning the titles and thumbnails, is just as important as the video itself. If nobody clicks the video, then nobody will watch it, develop trust, or buy from you. So your title needs to get people to click the video, and it does this by doing 2 things: appeal to your ideal clients and create curiosity. So create titles that speak directly to the results your ideal client wants. So here's one of Charlie Morgan's videos: how I make $88,000 a day online so you can just copy me. Because I'm his ideal client, right away I'm thinking, how the hell does he do that? I need to watch this video to see what he does. Here's one of Wes McDowell's videos, who builds websites and landing pages for his clients. Copy this perfect landing page to double your leads instantly. See, this title works so well because it calls out to his ideal clients, people who need a landing page, and it creates curiosity by making a big claim: double your leads instantly. If you look at any successful YouTube channel, you're going to see the same format: how and where to get your first coaching clients fast, and how to sell a digital product online, the beginner's blueprint. Good titles often follow formulas that have been proven to work. So look at top videos in your niche, see what title patterns are performing well, and then adapt them to your content. And my advice is write the titles first before writing the rest of the content, because this will give you the foundation for the whole video. Number 6, overcomplicated thumbnails. So I've tested a lot of thumbnails across different niches, and I've noticed something interesting. The simpler thumbnails usually outperform complex and heavily designed ones. So many businesses think that their thumbnails need fancy graphics and multiple text elements and bright colors to stand out. But this approach can actually reduce the click-through rate. The most effective thumbnails for businesses typically have a clear and uncluttered background, minimal text, maybe 3 to 5 words maximum, clear facial expression showing emotion, and high contrast colors. So here's a few examples. Here's a Future, Ali Abdaal, Trina Little. My thumbnails even follow the same format. So don't try to explain your entire video in the thumbnail. Its only job is to make people curious enough to click it. Also, we don't want our thumbnails to be wildly different from how the video itself looks. For example, you wouldn't want a thumbnail showing you on top of Mount Everest, and then when people click the video, you're sitting in a little dark office. This will create a disconnect and people will click off the video. So keep it simple and similar to the style of the video, and then just experiment to see what works for your audience. YouTube has a great A/B testing feature to test out different thumbnail styles. Number 7, poor first impressions. When someone clicks on your video, they make a snap judgment about your credibility and whether they should keep watching the video within seconds. Now, this doesn't mean that you need a fancy studio or really expensive equipment, but it does mean avoiding distractions that undermine your expertise. Things that kill first impressions include a messy or cluttered background, poor lighting that makes you look like a giant pixel, bad audio that's hard to understand, unprofessional clothing or appearance. If you're sat there in your dressing gown, people might not trust you with their business. The good news is though, fixing this doesn't require a big investment. A clean, simple background, a basic light, even natural light can be enough. One thing I would invest in though is a decent microphone. People will forgive low quality video, but if the video is hard to hear, research shows that this will stop most people watching it. So make sure your audio is nice and clean. Number 8, weak video introduction. So you have about 15 seconds to convince a viewer your video is worth watching. If your intro is too slow or rambles or doesn't quickly establish value, then people will click away. The most common mistake I see in video intros are spending too long explaining who you are, speaking too slowly, taking too long to get to the main point, So we need to start with a compelling hook that speaks directly to your ideal client's pain point or desire. So let's look at the intro to this video again. Want to know why most businesses aren't getting clients from YouTube? It's not what you think. I recently helped a business owner go from zero to making £30,000 in sales in 30 days through their YouTube channel by fixing one thing. The truth is, there are 10 potential blockers stopping you converting viewers into sales on YouTube. Today, I'm revealing all 10 of those blockers that are killing your sales. Notice how that immediately grabs attention and promises specific value. First, it opens with a story loop. Want to know why most businesses aren't getting clients from YouTube? So the right viewer will think to themselves, yeah, I do want to know that. Then I say, I recently helped a business go from zero to making £30,000 in sales in 30 days by fixing one thing. This builds authority because it shows that I've done it before, I know what I'm talking about, and it's also quite an impressive result that will make the viewer think, okay, I want to hear how he did that. Then I give away the big promise of the video. Today I'm revealing all 10 of these blockers that are silently killing your YouTube sales. So write your introduction out and practice it. We want it to be punchy, promise lots of value, and get right to the point. So is there anything in there which isn't needed? Cut out all the fluff and get to the point as quickly as possible. Your intro should take no more than 30 seconds before getting to the main content. And one thing to keep in mind when recording, try to speak about 10 to 15% faster than what feels natural. This will make the intro feel more energetic and it'll hook the viewer quicker before they decide to click off the video and watch a cat video instead. Number 9, missing credibility. When somebody's considering buying from you, they need to know that you can actually get them results and deliver on what you say you can. But I see so many businesses never mention their achievements or client success stories in their videos. Within the first minute of your video, you should briefly establish why the viewer should listen to you on this topic. This doesn't mean bragging, it just means providing a bit of context. For example, I've helped over 50 coaches double their rates in the past year alone, and today I'm going to show you the exact process we use. Or after helping my client Sarah go from 2 discovery calls per month to 15, I realized this method works for every agency's niche, and I want to share it with you today. So these brief statements build trust and position you as someone who can actually deliver results, not just talk about theories. Number 10, ineffective lead magnet. So we want to give our viewers 2 options in the description of your video. So you should have a link to your landing page, which we've covered, where people can book a call directly with you or sign up to your services or buy your product. But there will also be a lot of viewers who aren't quite ready to buy from you, and we don't want to just lose them. So for these people, we want to offer a lead magnet, which bridges the gap between the free content and your paid services. We want people to enter our email list so that we can continue to provide them with lots of valuable content until they are ready to book a call. But we need a lead magnet that actually works to do this. So the big mistakes I see are lead magnets that are too complex and in-depth, like a 30-day course that nobody's ever going to finish. Another problem is that they're too generic, like the ultimate guide to success. So the best lead magnets provide a quick win, something valuable that can be consumed and implemented quickly. For example, a free bit of software, a pricing calculator, a useful checklist, or a template. These work because they're specific, actionable, and provide immediate value while naturally leading towards your paid services. Remember, the purpose of the lead magnet isn't just to get an email, it's to move somebody closer to becoming a client. So it should be a stepping stone between your free content and your paid offer. So now you know the 10 blockers to avoid so that you can make sales through your YouTube channel. Let's look at a real life example of somebody who's mastered this in this next video. He's built a YouTube funnel that makes him $500,000 every month, and he does it with the simplest strategy I've ever seen. So I'll see you there.